All right, guys, so welcome back to the C&J channel. I'm Neek.
And I'm Jen.
This video, we're actually discussing the part 3 of the Tiny and T.i scandal, the alleged scandal. And on this part, we're just basically discussing whether or not Tiny should have spoken up or, past this point, or should she have not?
Yeah, we're just basically diving into the whole situation and basically looking at it from Tiny's point of view. Basically, like Neek said, should she have said something, and her not saying something, does that make her look guilty? Or, what was her role in the situation? Because it was a couple thing with her and her husband both being accused of the crime. So that's just basically what we're going into with this video.
Yeah, and if you like, comment, share, subscribe, and leave any type of feedback, whether you like the video, whether you don't like the video, what you liked about the video, what you don't like about the video, so you can help us to get better. And thank you for watching.
Okay, guys, we're back with another video, and this time we're on part 3, and we're speaking with, we're speaking about Tiny and her role in this whole entire thing. And this is the C&J show, and I got my favorite gin and juice here and my sister Neek. So right now, Neek, we're gonna go to you and just you tell us, as far as with Tiny, just kind of being quiet, do you think that maybe now, since it really is a case now, that is something she should do? Do that make their case look good, bad? I know they got the lawyer, but do you think she should be totally silent?
I think it probably was too much for her to mention, because I don't think she's trying to involve herself in too much drama, which I know this is about her. So you would think that a person would want to, like, hey, look, let me defend myself or whatever. Sometimes people feel like, okay, I don't need to defend myself. Like, this, it sounds ridiculous, right? Yeah. Then I think now that it's up to this point where, this girl done got, like, a very popular lawyer with, like, the whole Me Too movement, and, women that feel like they've been victimized or taken advantage of or whatever, that got a lot of dudes jammed up. She has this lawyer. So I'm pretty sure they're lawyered up as well. So I'm pretty sure their lawyer is telling them, like, hey, listen, you can't talk about this. I mean, as much as you may want to, as much as you want to scream to the mountains, like, hey, look, man, like, I didn't do anything. This never happened. X, Y, Z. You want to prove your innocence, right? But, it could be the very thing that you'll end up saying that can turn your whole case around and mess you completely up. It could be just one word. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And because, we're just used to just talking. Lawyers understand how big wording is, especially in these type of cases. So you have to, keep it quiet. And I'm pretty sure that's what they telling her to do. And I think she's doing the right thing by not saying nothing pertaining to this case.
But Nick, she's not saying anything at all. Like,
yeah, like, it's
Instagram
really quiet.
Is completely, like, there's nothing going on. She's not posting anything on her stories. She's not posting anything on her page.
But you got to understand, Jen, if somebody, it makes it seem like you don't care about what's going on. I could care less that I just lost the.
If you know you innocent.
It don't matter if you're innocent, because at this point she looks guilty. You get what I'm saying? You got your TV show, your family show taken away from you. And God knows whatever other things that you got behind the scenes that you might have been writing on. She's a writer. You get what I'm saying? There's no telling how you might have, been doing X, Y, Z. And they've also pulled the rug right from up underneath you. You were on tour with Escape pre-COVID. So at the end of the day, there's no telling, what all things that they've lost. So, of course, you can't be out there like that. That's just like, it don't, I feel, even if you're in a relationship, for example, right? And somebody said, like, hey, I just called, your man out there cheating, with some girl at, the movies. And he know that it's not true, but he don't really say nothing about it. But he's posting regular every day, but you done broke up with him. He looks like, okay, so you don't even care that this is going on then. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I just thought it just made them look like, okay, well, something is, like, did y'all really do something? Because
you're not even like online. That's just how I looked at it.
I think that's a lawyer move. That seems to me like a lawyer move, because if you say, for example, you posting, you know, it could be something random.
Now, one thing I am gonna say, if she's not posting and she's not doing this, let's just put it like this. Now, since I am a mom here, so I'm gonna go with my motherly advice here in the way you look at things. I don't care what goes on, because they still is a young couple that do things and like what you like. Once your kids start to get old enough to go on the internet or whatever you do, honestly, you don't want your kids to know that nothing that you got going on in no type of, not in no sexual way. Right. That, you know, so that is another embarrassment, because it, you know, it's not, you know.
She's a regular mother to me, it seems like. Because, I mean, she is. Yeah, because she doesn't have, from what I've ever seen, no nannies, no this, no that. She's, and not saying that there's anything wrong with having nannies, because I understand you're busy, you know, especially celebrity women. But she's very hands-on. She's very, like, she talks to her children. She has a very, you know, a nice, good spirit or whatever, even much with her own, you know, mother and God, his soul, our father. You know, the type of family-oriented relationships that she has with people in general. It's like, why should your bedroom be brought up? That's humiliating. She don't seem like the type of ghetto, wild person that want people to know these types of things.
Yeah, because you got the ones that, you know, they actually do want to speak out, you know, to say, oh yeah, see, we do this. I do this all day. Every day.
And that might be uncomfortable for her to speak on. She don't seem like she speak a lot about sex.
Yeah, no, that of course. And no, she doesn't. She don't speak of that stuff. And neither do, being honest, neither do T.I. Even though he's caught with the music and stuff, yes, he's a rapper. They all know. But he does try to do now more things. You see him and her in the family, like doing more things. Stuff, So, you know, if for that reason alone, I can see her not saying anything. But I, you know, still would say, lawyer or not, I personally would to say, listen, just like what Tip said, if we do anything, first of all, we got kids. If we do anything, we don't have to go down that to that direction to drug somebody just to get them. We don't have to do that. I'm not saying that they can't do it, but I just don't think I really don't think that would be something that needs to. And you know what? I want to ask you guys this too, because I just came up with this. Jen and Juice, you doing all this moving, Jen, because this is getting with Jen and Juice too. Now, this is something I really wanted to say too. Dang, Jen and Juice. Yeah. Oh, here you go. What I wanted to say is this: do you feel? Because I noticed. I don't. You know, I'm just saying for me, something I noticed. Using an example. When something goes on, whether it's good or bad, it seems like everybody likes to head in that direction and use that in order to get here, there, and every freaking where. And now that, honestly, people is starting to say, yeah, well, I was raped or I was this and this. Not saying that it does not happen, because these things do happen. It seems like now people know this is a good way to say this, and you can get some money, whether you're telling the truth or not. But what I wanted to say, I said all that to say this. Do you think a grown woman, you're of age, that, yes, I understand you could be drugged or however the case may be, but do you honestly feel like grown women go somewhere, they get drugged, they're in the thing, like with the Bill Cosby thing? You come up to the room to do business. I have never did business in a hotel room. They have the conferences. Okay. Do you think maybe you know what's going on, but it did not work in the way you wanted it to work? Probably. Because to me, I'm not saying this stuff don't happen, because it do, but I'm just saying for grown women, for you to start like, dang, I was drugged, I was out of it. And there's like 20 of them. 20 to 50 females. You're getting drugged.
Yeah, I mean, unless people are sick enough to do things like that, you know, where because I mean, there have been people that have been, you know, a guy was caught having sex with corpse. You know what I'm saying? Like dead bodies or whatever one time. The thing is,
Ted Bundy.
No, it was another guy.
Oh, okay.
The thing is, though, only thing I'll say is this, because I don't know much about those stories that would happen 40 years ago, and you know, and I honestly thought that there was a statute of limitations with certain things, which you know, whenever you feel comfortable, you come out or whatever. But I feel like with these things, it's important that people come out so that way, you know, you can do DNA, you can do rape kits, you can see, you know, certain things.
And I wanted to say this one more time. One time. I don't want to interrupt, but I really wanted to say this, and I really too hope that, you know, nobody take this in the wrong way. And I'm just being so honest. And I'm speaking now as a female in a certain position and spot. I really do feel this way. When you are 19 and up, I'm going to say 19 or 20, whatever, and you're in your youth, and you feel like you got a sucker. And when I say mean about a sucker, I mean like an older man. I don't care. You kind of know, like, okay, I got him just because they're drooling over you because you're young. And you go somewhere. Now, let's be serious. You go somewhere with the intentions. Like with the Bill Cosby case. All of those ladies went in the hotel. You seen them showering. What did you think was going to happen? Yeah, I don't care. I'm not saying I don't care because, like, no. I don't feel like you did not know what was going on. And even with this, I'm thinking you're going there because you want to get somewhere. It's something you want. And that was with those ladies. They was an interns. They wanted to get a higher position. These girls.
It didn't happen. You just got.
And it did. And that was it. You feel bad. You feel bad because you was promised something. You were supposed to get it. And a lot of times, even if you go, even if you look at like certain movies, or you just, not even movies, but you look at documentaries, or you even with prostitutes, down to them. They love to say, I do not like dealing with black men, and I'm not saying nothing about this. They don't like dealing with black men because they do not want to pay them for their services, and they'll lie about it. Now, what I feel didn't happen, because this didn't happen to a lot of women, and this didn't happen. You go somewhere thinking, oh yeah, so we finna go. Like he said he was gonna give me this money. You go there, and guess what? You didn't just gave it up for nothing. He didn't give you a dime, and it's nothing that you could do at this recent moment.
Right.
Because I'm just trying to understand, how do all of these people? We know that T.i and Tiny, they love going to the strip club. That's what they love to do. They love doing it. And they must be like the little strip girls, however what they do. I'm just trying to figure out how come all of these people at a time is starting to be drugged. You don't know what's going on, but you was very aware that you're going inside of the hotel, inside somebody's room. Shouldn't you be like very
I think
cautious, like you alert? Like, nah, I ain't drinking that. I'm good.
Nah, and especially this day and age. I mean, back in then, because I know they did, you know, some years ago had a date rape drug where, you know, you could drop it in somebody that was drink. It was tasteless. It was smell. You know, it was odorless. Or whatever, and you can drop it in somebody's drink, and they didn't know, you know. And
they was doing that in the club and taking them home.
They was doing that. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm not saying back in then these things couldn't have happened, or, you know, I don't know. You get what I'm saying? But I will say this: in this day and age, we are aware of all of these things. Yeah. So I doubt if it's somebody that you around or whatever, you're gonna watch them make your drink. You know, if somebody, you know what I'm saying, that's offering you know, even if it's weed, even if it's whatever, you're going to more than likely, if you ain't never spoke with this person before, you're going to watch them roll it up because you want to make sure they ain't putting nothing extra in there, right?
But you would think, like, a lot of people don't think like that.
I mean,
a lot of people are very...
Because guess what? They're do you know why? Because guess what? They're there. They know what they're there for. And it just, the agreement didn't go good. So now you did all of this stuff and it did not go good.
Yeah, and honestly, because I don't even want to put it out there like there's a whole bunch of females it's a whole bunch of females with baseless claims that was looking for clout and they're laughing about it. And this is more than one, you know, person that sent this girl Sabrina over this crap and this bogus stories, and she just posting it. Oh, another victim. Oh, another victim. Oh, yeah, you know, look, this is more people that came up and they saying this, that, and the third. And it's just kind of like she wants to just help her case by any means necessary, although these people, this didn't happen to them.
And a lot of that, they look back and said it don't even exist. Like some of the people don't even, some was real, but some of them don't even exist. Like it was just a made up
and
thing.
some people are going to put it out there because they're going to see where they can take it, how far they can take it.
Yeah.
Whether they feel like, okay, well, maybe I can get a settlement. Or maybe, you know, because a lot of people don't want to, you know, you by the time you go to court for each individual case, a lot of times you do look guilty because you do have to make a settlement with these people so that way you don't have to go all the way to trial because it looks bad.
And I'm not saying, and again, because we want to just clear our name, we're not saying at all. We're not saying that these people are lying. We're not saying that people is lying because everybody do something different. I'm not saying.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be very, very, very transparent right now. Right?
Okay.
I understand this is YouTube and people don't like the, you know, people like to tiptoe around stuff. But this is a real channel. We keeping it 100% real. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I do not believe T.i and Tiny are raping or doing nothing sexually against nobody's will. God forgive me if I'm wrong. If it comes out and it's a lie, then God forgive me if I'm wrong. But I don't feel like they're doing any of these things against nobody's will.
Before that thing came out with Bill Cosby, would you have ever said that Bill Cosby was drugging and raping anybody?
No, and I still don't. I still don't believe. I feel like even with that, I feel like if you look at these type of women that came out, they was looking for something. They're looking for money.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And that's just it. And he's at a place to where that he's halfway like out of. He can't. You wait till the man is half blind. Jenny, what?
I mean, and I agree because this is what I'm saying. You know what you was doing. Like, okay. You knew what you was doing. You're young, and you knew. Listen, some things I feel like you need to take up in just your loss. Cause we all said you lose.
Y'all don't know how these people are behind closed doors.
Listen,
they could be tag team monsters. Y'all don't know that.
They could be.
But why did you go inside of his room?
Look, Jen, look. I'm gonna use what you always say. Don't put yourself in a position that is hard to get out of, right? First of all, and one of the claims that these women, this is just from the Bill Cosby case. One of the women said he answered the door in a robe with nothing on but a robe. Yeah. Right? If you're not coming there to have sex or none of these type of things, immediately that's uncomfortable. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You're going to a young man at that time, rich young man, mind you, who's getting all type of groupies, all type of women. I'm pretty sure anybody he could have had over there that night. You felt lucky that it was you. Yeah.
So you didn't turn around. If the women were young enough, they could be covered by their naiveness.
No, there was 24. But even if you're naive, even if
there's something in your mind. I don't care if you 17, 18, right? If you go somewhere, and even if he an 18-year-old boy, and he come to his door with just his robe on, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, there's something in your mind like, man, something probably is gonna happen. Yeah. Right? So that's
fine. That's fine. Even if something do happen and you go in there, and that's not to say I want you to drug me and sleep with me while I'm unconscious. That's another thing.
I mean, but wait, guys, because hey, it's that time. We're gonna take a little short commercial break real quick because we do have a part 4 to this. Jen and Jennxrene close it out. We're gonna do a part 4 to it. Like we said, it was a long part, and we just gonna take this break, and we're gonna see y'all on part 4, continuing this same conversation.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. So welcome back to the C&J channel. I'm Neek.
And I'm Jen.
This video, we're actually discussing the part 3 of the Tiny and T.i scandal, the alleged scandal. And on this part, we're just basically discussing whether or not Tiny should have spoken up or, past this point, or should she have not?
Yeah, we're just basically diving into the whole situation and basically looking at it from Tiny's point of view. Basically, like Neek said, should she have said something, and her not saying something, does that make her look guilty? Or, you know, what was her role in the situation? Because it was a couple thing with her and her husband both being accused of the crime. So that's just basically what we're going into with this video.
Yeah, and if you like, comment, share, subscribe, and leave any type of feedback, whether you like the video, whether you don't like the video, what you liked about the video, what you don't like about the video, you know, so you can help us to get better. And thank you for watching.